Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time, hi everybody, my name is Simone Raquel, and today I'm going to need you to get yourself a drink, a little glass of wine, a little snack, a little this and a little that.
That's interesting.
So that you can sit down and have a chill session with me while I tell you about how to build your confidence in your art or your work just in general. So these are ways I have found built my confidence in my artwork. So if there's any way that I can give some tips and some stuff that you can do to build your own confidence, I would love to do the honors. So the first one I want to speak about is just do it, right? Whatever you want to do with your work, whatever you're feeling a little insecure about, just do it. The more you do it, the more you learn and the more confident you get about what you're doing, because the practice makes perfect. Although it's not meant to be perfect, but you will have more knowledge about what you want to do. Second one is to be patient. Now remember, it is a process. You're not going to get everything overnight just like that. You're not going to learn how to do whatever skill you're trying to do, or how to perfect your art or your painting or whatever it is overnight. It takes practice, it takes time, it takes persistence. Patience will show your ability, which will build your confidence as well. So the next one is don't compare your art. Comparison is a killer, right? Comparison is a killer to your confidence, because if you compare yourself, first of all, you are not that person you're comparing yourself to, and they're not you. So you cannot offer the same thing that they're offering, right? So I have seen you, Shannon. So
I just wanted to say that's all, period. That's all I have to say about that.
So you should have come in the camera and say it.
That is on period. Okay?
So as I was saying, don't compare your art to anybody else's art. Art is such a broad spectrum. So many things are considered to be art, and there's so many different types of art. Just like how you have different types and genres of music, you have different types of art. And if you compare yourself to another artist, that's not fair to you, because you're not doing what they're doing. And why are you trying to be like or compare yourself to somebody else when they offer something completely different than what you offer? Instead of comparing yourself, what I have learned to do, appreciate what they're doing. Appreciate that what they're doing is something different to what you're doing, instead of comparing yourself to it. Because you have the ability to grow and you have the ability to get where you want to get. And if it is something similar or in the same spectrum, it still is not the same as what you're offering. And yes, that's what I have to say to that. Next one is put yourself out there and show people what you can do, even if you don't like it, because one day or a lot of the times somebody else will like it. Even if you don't like it, somebody will like it. And the more variety you put out there, the more you show people what you can do, the more work you will get, and the more people will be interested, and the more people will think about that, oh, this person can do that and this person can do that, and they approach you about what you're doing to do something for them or whatever be the case, because you put yourself out there. So when you put yourself out there, you kind of get that confidence to be like, all right, even if I don't like this, somebody else will, and if that person likes that, I can get this from this that I have put out that I don't really like. You never know what can happen. So don't sell yourself short, put it out there, okay? The next one is do not try to be perfect. As artists, we have a tendency to try and be perfect with what we're doing. We know how we want it to look. The client doesn't know, or whoever you're selling it to don't know how you want it to look and know the idea you have in your mind. So you can finish a work or be working on a piece and it's never finished in your eyes because it's not what you want, or it's not perfect to your standards. But to your client or to somebody else, it's amazing, it is beautiful, it is this, it is that, when really you can be like, yo, what is this? Like, this is not what I wanted to give. Your idea of perfection may not equate to a satisfying piece of art. In other words, it may not be perfect to you, but it will be to somebody else. So don't try and be perfect, because nobody's perfect. So once you accept that what you're doing is not perfect, it will never be perfect, but it is to a good quality standard, and your work shows your quality. Have confidence in yourself that it's okay if it's not perfect. It's okay if it's not what I want it to be, because I am growing, I am in a process. This is a process. So the next thing to help you get confidence in your artwork or your work in general is you need to check yourself, right? Don't underestimate what you can do. Look at what you can do. Realize what you can do. Look at where you were 2 years ago, 3 years ago, 5 years ago, 10 years ago versus now. Look at the progress you've made, and look at the amount of things you've tried. Look at how brave you've been in doing things that you have done, and realize that you have more potential than you think you do. Don't underestimate yourself and don't sell yourself short, because you have in you what a lot of people don't have. Even if it's natural for you, that's a gift, that's a blessing. And once you start realizing your talent, and you start to realize the skill you have or whatever it is you have, and you start to realize that other people realize that as well, that will build your confidence as well. Because when you realize what you can do, you want to do more, and you want to see what more you can do, which brings up your confidence, because the more you do, as I said before, the more you do, the more you get better, the more you know about what you're doing. So confidence goes up again. Next one, moving on to what I said before, is challenge yourself. Try doing something different. Try paint something different. If you're a musician, try make a different type of song. Whatever it is, do something different to challenge yourself, so that you can expand in what you're capable of doing. And once you see that you can do it, that will build your confidence as well, because you're not narrowed into this box that I can only do this and I can only do that. But you have the ability to do whatever it is you're challenging yourself to do as well. So that will also build your confidence as an artist, because you see that you have variety. You see that you're not boxed into one thing, and people will want that, right? So the next thing is to find a group of people you trust. Now, this is very important, right? Because you need to have people around you that can give you constructive criticism without you taking it personally, because it's not personal. I need to have people around me that are able to tell me that, this needs to lighten up a little bit, this needs to move over to the side, I think you need to add more light, or this, whatever be the case. You need people around you that will do that for you, because you don't want no yes people around you. No, you don't want a bag of yes man around you, because you need to know when you're not doing good and when you're doing good. And not in the way where you're going to take it personal, but it's to better yourself and to better yourself as a person and as an artist, right? So that's the next thing, is to make sure you have a circle of people around you that you can trust to give you constructive criticism. So the next one, guys, is to remember that it is a process. As I said before, it's not going to happen overnight. Trust yourself and trust the process. Each time you feel discouraged or you don't feel confident in what you're doing, you need to remember it is a process. A lot of the time, the end product does not look like what it looks like halfway through the work or the job. Realize that you're not at the end, and whatever process you are going through, whatever process it takes for you to reach your goal or to finish your piece or whatever be the case, you need to trust your process, because everybody's process is different. So for example, when I paint, before I do skin tones, I put colors first, kind of as a guide to show what kind of skin tone I will be putting in this area versus this area. Other people may just put the skin tone first outright, that's what they do. And when I work all over the painting, whereas other people may do section by section by section. I wish I could do that, but that ain't a girl way to do it. You know what you're doing, so trust what you're doing, right? So that is the next point. So my next point is to celebrate your small achievements. So I want to have an art exhibition in 2021, hopefully, if God makes that happen and makes COVID just go away. I would love to have an exhibition in 2021. I wanted to have it this year, but anyways, that's beside the point. But until then, and until whatever big goal I set for myself as an artist, I still make sure to appreciate my small achievements, whatever it be, right? So even just me getting a new client or whatever be the case, I still celebrate that, because that is progress that you never had before, and it just goes to show the growth, and the growth is gradual. It may be minimal, but you're still growing, and you're growing your business, you're growing your name, you're growing your reputation. It's still something happening versus nothing happening at all, and that will bring more confidence in you to know that you're making progress, you're going somewhere, you're not stuck in one place. So it builds your confidence to show that you're doing something right, because these little things are happening. Yes, they're not big, but they're still achievements, so be grateful for that as well. Now the next one is, I cannot stress this enough because I did it, and when I tell you, oh boy, don't try to operate in a space that kills your creativity for a long period of time. Reason why I say that is because I was in a space that I felt like it was killing my creativity. In that time, I never painted at all. I barely felt like I was doing anything creative or artistic. I felt like it was killing my creativity. I'm not saying don't go in a space where it feels like you're killing your creativity, because in those spaces you can also learn a lot, not about the creative side of you, but in that space. For me personally, yes, I felt like it was killing my creativity, but I got out of it before it did. But I learned a lot that's helping me in my business now. So I'm not saying don't go there, but when you go there, or if you go there, don't stay there for too long where it actually kills your creativity. You're not going to feel confident in yourself. Because when I left that place that I felt like was killing my creativity, I was not confident in my artwork at all, because I had no motivation to do it. And in a space like that, artwork wasn't necessarily appreciated to that. So you never got the recognition that helps boost your confidence, and people never saw that side of you. The world can suck you in and life happens. Yes, we have necessities that you do need to take care of, but if you can find a way to be in that space for a short period of time but still work on something else that keeps your creativity going, it keeps your creative juices flowing, then do that as much as you can. So that is about that point. Last but not least, which is the most cliche one of all, but it is the truest one of all, is don't give up. Giving up will kill your confidence. When you don't give up, you see what you're capable of doing. When you don't give up, you see how far you can go. So because I have not given up on this dream that I have to be an artist, I have seen myself do and paint things that I never thought I could paint, or things I never thought I could do. And when you don't give up, other people won't give up on you either. There are times when you feel down, when you feel like you want to give up, and people who are seeing you do what you do, they've seen that you have not given up, will motivate you to not give up, because they themselves have not given up on you. When you give up on yourself, you give up on your dream, you give up on your passion, you give up on anything that you want to do and you want to achieve. So don't give up on yourself. So that's all I got to say. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you learned something from it. I hope you realize something within yourself from this video. And stay tuned for my next video, because if you're an artist especially, this can be for anybody, but if you're an artist especially, this may help you with how you hint. Remember to like, comment, share and subscribe to my channel, and stay tuned for the next video. Okay, bye guys.